Father, I am coming before you today not with a timid request, but with a bold and expectant heart, because I have done the work. I have remained faithful through seasons that tested whether I would quit, and I believe with everything in me that the breakthrough I have been standing in faith for is not a distant possibility, but an approaching reality. You have seen every early morning and every late night I have invested. You have witnessed every moment I chose to keep going when giving up would have been easier. You know the depth of the desire in my heart, not just for personal success, but for the kind of promotion and favor that positions me to do more, give more, and impact more than I am currently able to. I am not coming to you today with a question about whether breakthrough is possible. I am coming to claim the breakthrough that I believe you have already prepared, and to ask you to release it now. Release your favor over my professional life in a way that becomes impossible to overlook or deny. I am asking you to intervene in my workplace with a divine influence that goes far beyond what my own performance, networking, or strategy could accomplish. Let the people in positions of authority over me see something in me that they cannot fully explain, a quality, a reliability, a potential that stands out even among others who are talented and capable. Position me in the conversations, the rooms, and the moments that matter most. Connect me with the right people at the right time, the ones whose paths crossing mine is not coincidence, but your careful and purposeful orchestration. Open the doors of promotion, recognition, and opportunity that have remained closed despite my effort, and do it in a way that makes it undeniably clear that your hand is on my career. Give me wisdom that sets me apart in everything I do, not just technical competence, but the kind of deep discernment that allows me to see solutions where others see only problems, to navigate complexity with a clarity that earns genuine respect, and to make decisions that consistently produce outcomes that reflect well on everyone I work with and for. Help me to work with an excellence that is not driven by insecurity or the need to impress, but by a genuine commitment to doing what I do with integrity and care. Let my work ethic, my attitude, and the quality of everything I produce speak loudly enough that promotion becomes the natural response of those watching. Not something I have to campaign for, but something that becomes obvious to anyone paying attention. Remove every obstacle that has been slowing or blocking my advancement. The hidden barriers I am not even aware of, attitudes, perceptions, internal politics, or unseen forces working against my progress. Dismantle them. The delays that have stretched beyond what seems reasonable and have begun to test whether I truly believe breakthrough is coming. End them. The limitations that have been placed on my potential by people who underestimated what I carry, override them with your authority. I refuse to accept that the ceiling I have been bumping against is permanent. I refuse to believe that where I am right now is as far as I am meant to go. Break through every barrier between me and the next level that you have prepared, and do it with a swiftness that reminds me and everyone watching that you are the one who opens what no one else can shut. Build my confidence from the inside out, Father, not the kind of confidence that depends on external validation or the approval of people whose opinions fluctuate, but the kind that is rooted in knowing who I am and whose I am. I have allowed the length of the waiting season to erode my belief in what I am capable of. I have allowed comparison to make me question whether I belong in the spaces I am trying to enter. I have allowed the silence where recognition should have come to make me wonder whether my efforts are actually being noticed by anyone who matters. Silence all of that tonight. Remind me that your assessment of my value and potential is the one that determines my trajectory, and you have never once seen me as someone who is not worth promoting, not worth favoring, and not worth positioning for something greater than where I currently stand. Let your favor walk into every room before I arrive, preparing the atmosphere, softening hearts, and creating a reception that is warmer and more favorable than anything my own reputation alone could produce. Let the meetings I walk into already be leaning in my direction, because you went ahead of me. Let the evaluations made about my performance and my potential be influenced by a divine advocacy that operates beyond the natural. Because I know that when you favor someone, no human opinion, no competitive colleague, and no organizational obstacle can ultimately stand against what you have decided to release. I declare today that I will not remain stuck. I will not make peace with a plateau that you never intended to be my destination. I will not shrink back into smallness because breakthrough has taken longer than I anticipated. I am standing firm in the belief that you are working behind every visible scene, aligning circumstances, shifting atmospheres, and moving pieces into place that will produce a breakthrough so clear and so significant that it becomes a testimony I carry for the rest of my life. This is my season. This is my moment, and I am stepping into it with boldness, with faith, and with the full expectation that what you have promised is already on its way. Thank you for seeing every sacrifice this season has required, and for counting it. None of it has been wasted, and none of it has gone unnoticed by you. Thank you for the favor that is already moving on my behalf even in this moment, for the doors that are already being unlocked, and for the promotion that is closer than it has ever been. I receive it today with gratitude, with humility, and with the bold expectation of someone who knows that when you decide to move on a person's behalf, nothing in heaven or on earth can prevent what you have determined to release. My breakthrough is here.